Welcome back! Happy Sunday, everybody! So I'm talking about Crochet Studio today. It's a great app where you can generate palettes for making granny square blankets and striped blankets. See? And you can get it on Android or iOS. So let's start by creating a palette. Hit that button. And here you can choose from your gallery. Okay, so let's just select this one here. Gives you a chance to edit. You know, you can crop it or whatever. It's saving. Okay. Now you give the palette a name. So let's call it Harvest Moon, because there's browns and blues. Continue. Okay, now you'll choose from here the colors that are closest to the item the image you just selected. So mine had sort of a warm brown sugar tone to it. I'm closest to that. And there was a light actually let's go with cream. And you can select and unselect. You just scroll down to the colors that you want. Where's the blue? Okay, the blue is closest to this one. Okay, so then you save your changes. There you go. Now you've got this color palette you created off of an image, just an image you have. And let's go and make something now, the fun part. Now you have a choice of either making a granny square blanket or a striped blanket. Or you can make a collage or share your palette, but let's start with making a granny square blanket. Now you can drag and drop each of these colors and make the blanket by hand and drag into each of the boxes. Or, now this is a cool part, there's a randomize button and you just click the make some magic and it does it for you in random patterns. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. And if you don't like that, hit make some magic again until it gets to arrangement that you like. And just keep clicking it till you find something you like. So it's like tons of different fun patterns. So let's say this is the one we're going for. You can click generate pattern. Okay, it tells you the required yarn, how much you need of each. Now this has Stylecraft DK, but you can choose different weights. It doesn't have to be the DK one, but then substitute Stylecraft for whatever, like Super Saver or whatever yarn you have. Then you go to Advanced Settings, Printer Friendly, on, Generate PDF. Now it's doing its thing. Okay, so now here you just, I'm going to save it to my drive and change the name. What is it? I'm just going to call it the moon blanket. Done, and then save. Okay, and then you can just go in to wherever you have it saved. And pull it up. And then click or scroll down to print. Click on the dots, scroll down to print if you have, Drive. Click print. But before we do that, in the preview, this is what's going to print out. You've created a pattern out of just a few simple clicks of choosing some colors. It's got how much yarn you need, what the pattern's going to look like, how the squares are arranged. Like, it's done all the work for you. How many rounds of each color, and then the granny stitch pattern. Like, how cool is that? So I'm going to go ahead and print it out. But it's as simple as all that. Yeah, my printer's not available at the moment. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back. Okay, now you can go into palettes. Let's say now you have your palette choice. Oh jeez, let's go back. Okay, so I had downloaded some from earlier, some of mine, some of theirs, so that this is my kind of palette storage area from the ones that I've chosen. So like yours would be blank until you start adding to it your palettes. So inspiration, you can click on that and it'll give you all these different fun color selections. Let's go into pastel, find something pastel, and it'll give you all the different pastel color palettes you can choose from. So you don't have to go by your image, you can go by theirs too. It's like you can click on that. Copy to my palettes. Can change the name, rename the palette. You can start a stripe blanket with it. Now again, with making a stripe blanket, it's similar to how we did the granny square blanket. When you're doing it yourself, you can kind of drag and drop where you want the colors to be. Or, again, you could hit randomize. Make some magic. I love the name of that button, make some magic. Because that's what they're doing, they're making magic here. So here you have another great pattern generated. Click it again so you find, a theme you like. Generate pattern. You just do exactly what we did before for the granny square. Are you sure you want to leave? That'll delete everything you just did. So be careful not to do that unless you want to. So let's go back. So you can choose from your pre-existing palette inspiration to choose another palette. One of theirs. Or start a new palette from your gallery. And that's not all. It also gives you the option to share a palette with somebody. You know, you can grab one of yours and share it to your friend who's also working on a blanket. You know, hey, check out this palette I've got going on. You can create a collage. This one you'd have to select an image that would go with the collage. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's an option. And starting chain calculator. This calculates the correct length of starting chain for any blanket, and a row counter to track your progress. So how cool is that? Anyways, let's go back. You can discover different artists, like, oh, these are cool, like, oh, I want to check this out. Hey, this chick's got some cool stuff. You can click on Meet the Designer. It tells you about her, what she's got going on. That's pretty cool. Phone's freezing up. And you can change however you want it. I did US imperial terms, but you can make it UK metric terms. It's like frozen on this one person. Anyways, you can discover from many different designers and go to their Instagram page or whatever, and or you can choose from a bunch of different pre-populated palettes. They have a lot of dark colors too. They have thicker yarn choices too. It's not all DK. Cottons, chunky fives. So there you have it. Crochet Studio, huh? Check it out. I'm gonna make a pattern. I'm gonna make a blanket off of this and come back with another video on that, on how it went with the pre-populated pattern. All right, you guys have a great day.